Hi again, YouTube card collecting community. Scott back here. I love sports cards. It's Monday, 2023, May, I think it is the 22nd. Let me see, 17th, 22nd. We are doing a nice video here. And like I said earlier in my other videos, I've been buying a lot of Pete Rose PSA graded cards. I got the raw ones, a lot of them, but I wanted to show when this one's actually an SGC graded card, SGC 5. But been picking a lot of graded Pete Rose cards up. I got some more coming in. I got the 78 as I showed earlier in my channel. So this one here is another great card. It is a 1966 Topps card number 30 of the 66 Topps set. A little bit off center. But this is a beautiful Pete Rose graded 66 Topps card. Beautiful card. This one I already had in my collection already. And just wanted to show it off to you as I'm showing off a lot of graded Pete Rose cards. I think Pete Rose someday will get in the Hall of Fame. It's controversy. I think they should let him in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he should be able to manage or coach or own a team or anything like that anymore. But I think they should at least let him be up for vote for the Hall of Fame. They should at least let him get voted on. But unfortunately, I don't think he'll probably get in the Hall of Fame until after he passes away. I think people change their minds about things they're forgiving. Pete Rose is a very good for the sport. He did that bad thing betting on baseball. He didn't bet against his team, but he did bet on baseball, which is banned by Major League Baseball. But he is a good man. He does a lot of good for the baseball community. He talks about baseball all the time. He's on the Major League Baseball Network sometimes, showing how to hit. A lot of good things about Pete Rose. He always hustled. He always played well. He's a Hall of Fame player. He just bet on baseball when he was a manager, I believe. So, yeah, I don't think he'll probably get in the Hall of Fame. Let me show you the back of the 66 Topps Pete Rose. There's the back of it there. Yeah, I don't think he'll probably get in any time in the near future, but I think later on after he passes, they'll probably, through the Veterans Committee and people will change their minds a little bit and be a little more forgiving. After all, he's put some guys in it that already that did steroids that were pretty known to do it, even though they weren't proven. People kind of know that they were lumped in there with the steroid people. You don't know for sure. You don't know. It's a very, very touchy subject. I understand that. But anyway, yeah, he probably won't get in anytime in the near future or be voted on. I should say he has to be voted on. He can't even be voted on. He's banned from baseball. So he's got to get voted on first be able to go on the ballot. He has to get on the ballot first to be able to get in. And of course he's a great player. I think he should be in. What he did he didn't take drugs. A lot of these guys who take drugs and are drug addicts and they still get in the Hall of Fame. But because you bet on baseball, you're banned. I can't understand that thinking, but I understand you got to protect the integrity of the game. You got to protect because if people think the game is fixed or people are doing uncanny things, they're not going to come to the games and then they're going to lose their fan base. But I think baseball always have their fan base. But yeah, Pete did some things he shouldn't have done. I think if he would have admitted it right from the start, he'd probably be in the Hall of Fame now. He would have been on the committee anyway. He would have been on the ballot. And I think someday, who knows, maybe 100 years from now, they'll put him in the Hall of Fame. But right now, he's not going to get in. But he's still great. He's one of my favorite players of all time. Very happy to have this 66 Topps card of the great Pete Rose. Now, I'm a little disappointed in myself buying a card so off-center, but I guess the price was right. And there was a time when I was really buying a lot of stuff and not really, it looked nice. Okay, it's 5. It's SGC. I like it. Let's get it. And I wasn't thinking about centering at the time. So we all do things like that sometimes. But I love the card anyway. And like I said, I'm trying to get more and more PSA graded stars from the 60s and 70s that I have raw. But I'd like to get some PSA graded. if I don't like to send them in. I don't really know how to do all that stuff. Like other people send them in and wait 3 months and get them back, 6 months, whatever it takes. But I just like to buy them and be done with it. So having raw cards is great. I have a ton of raw cards. I collect raw cards to this day. I don't. And also, there's another thing that people were talking about is the trimming of cards. I don't believe that it's a big problem. I mean, if you can't look at a card and tell it's trimmed, you know what a regular size card is. And you look at a card, you can see it's a lot smaller. I mean, if you're not that bright, I mean, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn. That's how you learn. But I believe that you should be honest. If your card is trimmed and you're selling it, put in there it's trimmed. Maybe somebody will still buy it. I mean, got to lower the price down to what it is. But if you're dishonest and you're not telling people it's trimmed or there's a crease in it, not only trimmed cards, but also creased cards. A lot of times they take a picture of a card like this and you can't tell there's a crease in it by looking at that picture on eBay or an auction, wherever you're buying your cards. You can only see it if you're buying it at a show. So a lot of people are dishonest. I bought cards that I thought were not creased. I looked at it and there's a little crease in it. Maybe they didn't realize it. I think they did. I mean, if you're selling a card, you're always looking it over before you sell it. So that's my little 2 cents on that. Be honest about your stuff. If I was selling a card, I could not in good conscience sell a card that had a crease in it, or sell a card that had a trimmed edge on it or something, and not tell people it was trimmed. I just couldn't do it. In my good conscience, I would not do it. I could not accept money for something that was not real. I know that people are going to figure it out sooner or later. I wouldn't want my reputation ruined because of that. So I would always disclose if I was selling a card, if there was a crease in it or it was trimmed. If I didn't know it was trimmed for some reason, I sold it, I would always give the money back and tell them to keep the card. That's how I would do it. But that's just me. I never sell cards, so I'm not really worried about that. But that's my 2 cents on that, and my little 2 cents on Pete Rose. Love Pete Rose. Great personality. Always good for the game. Always building the game up. Every time they have an anniversary, they always invite Pete Rose because they know people will love him. I mean, if I were baseball, I would kind of forgive him. And I would not let him manage or anything like that anymore, or coach or anything like that, or be in any front office position. But I would let him be on the ballot. Let the writers decide. And later on, maybe the veterans community would have to decide. But I would give him a chance while he's alive to get in. But I don't think he'd get in anyway. I think that there's too many people against what he did, which was illegal. Baseball says you'll be banned from baseball if you bet on baseball. Betting you can't have, even though everybody bets now and they promote it. They promote all these betting things. I see them on Saturday and Sunday commercials about it, and baseball promotes it and everything else, and football promotes it right on their telecasts. But as a player, you can't do that because you could throw the game, and that ruins the integrity of the game. So that's why they do that. But hopefully Pete will get in someday. I don't know if I'll ever see it. I'll probably be gone before that happens, but this video hopefully will stand up. So God bless Pete Rose. God bless baseball. Hope everything works out well for everybody. And this is a beautiful 66 Topps Pete Rose. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening to my little bit of a rant there. Not really a rant, just a little discussion. Let me know what you think. I'll try to read them. I'll get my magnifying glass out and read it. The comments. So you guys take care. Remember to collect what you like. Keep loving the hobby. And I'll be showing more graded Pete Rose cards as they come in. Take care, guys. And keep collecting. Collect what you like and keep loving this hobby. Take care, guys. And have a great Monday. I know it's Monday. It's tough. But you'll get through the work week and we'll enjoy our weekend. Take care, guys. Have a great one.